from Diamond Painting with Anxiety, also affectionately known as Karen, Miss Karen to some. This is a very special video, a whip and chat on the Path project that normally I work on with the residents. Today I'm working solo. This is a video that I've thought about making for quite some time, wanted to do it today. So hopefully you have your own whip, and let's get busy and drop some drills, hopefully on the canvas and not on the floor. So let's see what we can do. So like I said, this is a very special video. It's a video I have thought about making for quite some time, talked myself out of making it several times, because I want to share with you guys some pretty incredible things that the very supportive and generous members of our diamond painting community have done for the residents and I. This kind of got started, the way this whole diamond painting with the residents got started was there was a woman in the house that had a 18-month-old, and she was pregnant with twins. She was really stressed out, and she kept saying that she needed to find a hobby. And I, of course, by that time, this was gosh, about a year and a half ago. By that point, I was already diamond painting, and so I told her, I said, you should diamond paint. And she said, what's diamond painting? So I ran into my room and came out and showed her and several of the other residents the diamond painting that I was working on at the time. And they oohed and awed. And I told her that, you know, that it's just had been really good for my stress and my anxiety, and that I think, you know, it's just really good for mental health in general. And so, of course, she said she wanted to try it. So did a couple of the other residents. So I jumped on Amazon and I ordered several, I think 30 by 40 paintings for them to try. Ironically enough, the young woman that was here that was so excited to get a hobby and to try it never ended up placing a single diamond. She just never got involved with the hobby, but that's okay. There were other people in the house at the time that did. So they started diamond painting on their own projects, and right at about the same time, kicking cancer's butt and diamond painting, Ella Johnson had put up a video showing the Path project, which is a massive painting that's 75 by 180, and it's the subject matter really appealed to me. It's a nice path going through a bamboo forest, and I thought that would be so amazing to do, but it would take me forever. And I thought, well, what I could do is I could get it and work on it with the residents. So I did that. It arrived, I think, in April, and we started working on this diamond painting primarily on Friday nights in April of last year, and the residents have really enjoyed working on it, and I've enjoyed doing it with them. We've had some of the staff members help us out. We've had volunteers and interns. We've had a couple of special community events where we had people doing tours of the house, and we had the diamond painting out. And we talked about the program that I do with the residents, and had people, you know, placing diamonds on the canvas. So a lot of different hands have, you know, helped work on this project up to this point. We're still probably not, we're probably at about the halfway point. So we've been working on it for quite some time. I would estimate, I would be happy if we were able to finish it by August of next summer. But we'll see what happens. It just depends. It seems like lately I've been busy working extra hours, and the residents have been real busy too. So we haven't had a whole lot of time to work on it together as a group. But that's okay, you know. I'm sure things will kind of get back to normal for everybody when the new year comes, and we'll start to make some more progress on this thing. But the part, what I want to talk to you guys about is something that has happened along the way. I've had a lot of people just kind of come out of this diamond painting community and support us with this project. One of the very first things that happened was about the time that I put the very first video for the Path project up, and talked about how I was going to be, you know, doing this with the residents. Shanda Seeley from Creatively Shanda posted a comment on my video and said, I want to come help. And we had already figured out in Mrs. Coffee's live, to be quite honest, I had kind of forgotten, but she hadn't. Somebody had asked a question in one of Mrs. Coffee's lives one night about where everybody was from, and her and I had kind of a side conversation where we realized that we were both from the, you know, sort of larger Anaheim, California area. She lives in Anaheim. I don't actually live there. I live in a small city on the outskirts of Anaheim, but fairly close. She actually lives pretty close to the facility that I work for. I don't work in that location any longer. I work at their corporate offices, but, you know, I at least was familiar with where she worked from. But she said she wanted to come and help. So I said, you know, come on over. We'd love to have you. So very early on, she started coming over, and she was just so incredibly generous with her time and her wisdom and, you know, bringing us things we needed for like some of the side projects we're working on, like thank you cards and things like that. She brought us supplies and things we needed. Is always a wealth of inspiration and ideas for me, and just in general, just support. She always supports everything I do, particularly with, you know, when it comes to stuff that I do with the residents. And, you know, she just comes over maybe once or twice a month and hangs out with us and supports and talks to the residents. And, you know, that's important too, because they need to know that they're loved and cared about. So I was, you know, kind of working on the Path project, and the residents that were interested, I was purchasing canvases for them on Amazon. And I always kind of like to have, like, you know, at least 6 or 7 in my stash for the residents, so that they had, you know, different ones to choose from. So I made a video, and I was showing an unboxing of 7 canvases that I had purchased for their stash from Amazon. And I made a really offhand comment. I really wasn't thinking about what I was saying, but I think at the time I had like 7 diamond painters in the house. And I said that they were painting me out of house and home. And a very wonderful YouTube creator that was watching that video left a comment, and that person that left that comment happened to be Mrs. Coffee. And Mrs. Coffee asked if she could possibly donate some diamond paintings to the residents. I responded immediately, and I was just flabbergasted. I felt so, it's hard to explain how I even felt. I felt very grateful, very humbled that someone would want to help out like that, and but also a little bit nervous, because right after Mrs. Coffee's comment, another one of my subscribers sent a comment that said, I want to send some paintings too. And my mom has some bags and trays and pens and wax and, you know, just the general supplies if you need them. So I responded to both of them, and I said it would be such a blessing and I would be so grateful. And things just kind of went from there. about a week or so later, I received a wonderful box from Mrs. Coffee that I think had about, I don't know, 17 or 18 paintings in it that her and little Maggie had chosen to send here to the residence. And there was just absolutely beautiful, wonderful paintings in there. There were Diamond Art Clubs. There were, oh gosh, Dreamer Designs. There, I mean, you name it. There was basically just something for everyone in that box. When the box arrived, it arrived, I don't know, on a Tuesday or something like that. And I had told the residents that they would need to wait until Friday to open that box. And it was like it was Christmas. Every day when I'd come home, they'd say, oh my gosh, is it Friday yet? Oh my God, it's almost Friday. They were just so excited and just couldn't wait to open that up. I ended up opening it up with two of the residents and Shanda Seeley. She came over and we opened it together, and I wish you guys could have been here to see and hear the just absolute delight that those residents experienced in opening that box. I mean, they were grateful. Some tears got shed. Hugs got passed around the room. It was just absolutely incredible how touched they were by Mrs. Coffee's gift. So that subscriber that had also commented on that video also sent us a box that had all kinds of wonderful supplies that we needed that had been donated by her mom. I like to give the residents at least 2 tray setups, extra pens, extra wax, because I've talked about it in some of my videos, but it's important that I have, some boundaries for myself working here. And so if it's not Friday or a time when I have time to say to them, look, I'm going to bring the diamonds painting stuff out. If I don't have the time for that, I won't just go get them the things they need any old time. So I like to make sure that they have enough so that they're not going to, misplace their pen or run out of wax or anything like that. That they're going to be able to, just continue to work on this craft and this hobby that does just as much for them as it does for us, as far as stress reduction, mental health, all of that. So in that box were diamond paintings and again the supplies that we needed, and their reaction was absolutely the same as it was when we received that first box. And since then, I've had other people respond to my videos, find me on Facebook or whatever, that have sent us canvases and supplies and, just absolutely wonderful things that have just blessed us so much. And one of the reasons why I kind of hesitated about making this video is because I was afraid that once I talked about this, that people would think that I was asking or hoping or hinting that other people would send us things. And that's not the case at all. It took me a long time to come to this realization, but I finally decided when we receive a box from one of my subscribers or a supporter who has found me on Facebook or YouTube, because I'm not sure if all the people that have sent things are subscribers or not. Doesn't really matter. I consider them to be supporters, and that's way more important to me anyway. where was I going with that? With this, what was I talking about? I completely lost it. I lost my train of thought. Go figure. It's me. Anyway, you know, the people that have done that for us, it just means so much to me. But you know, at the end of the day, even without that, even without the things that have been given to us and done for us, I would still make sure that this diamond painting program happened with the residents here, out of my own pocket. And I just didn't want anybody to feel like I was, you know, asking for anything. The residents have an incredible stash. I have decided to do, I think that's what I was talking about. I have decided to start doing supporter mail unboxings. Not so much unboxings, but just kind of show and tell and showing you what we received. Because at the end of the day, I don't think it's really a whole lot different than when one of the creators gets friend mail. So I want to be able to share that with you guys, and I want to be able to, you know, acknowledge the supporters that have so generously gifted us with things that just make such an incredible difference in these residents' lives, because it just lets them know that somebody besides Miss Karen cares, that they have an activity to do where they can just totally escape their stress and all their problems for even just a few minutes. And sometimes you'll see them out in the main areas of the house, and they'll diamond paint for 20 minutes, you know, before they go to bed, after they have their kids in bed and their chores are done and they've finished working for the day. Because we're a working program, and all of the residents that live here have to have jobs, and you know, they all have children, and those children are in childcare, so they're busy. So sometimes they only have a few minutes a day, but that few minutes a day is very important to their mental health, and it just means so much to them that people out there in the world care about them as much as I do, and you know, just want to make sure that they have what they need to be able to continue with this hobby. And you know, if I needed to, I would purchase all of the paintings. The thing is, though, is people have been so generous, and like I said, we've received Diamond Art Clubs, we've received Dreamer Designs, we've received Treasure Studios Art, we've received really, really good stuff. And to be quite honest, I don't know that I would be able to afford to give them those kinds of things. So I just really appreciate it. And as for me, being the one that's running this program, when people support us like that, I don't know, it's crazy, but it just makes me feel like there's people out there that care about me too, and what I'm doing, and you know, it's just an acknowledgement that I'm not crazy, that, you know, doing this with the residents has value. So I really appreciate it too. So one of the things I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start sharing those unboxings with you, and sharing with you guys our supporter mail. You know, it's really important to me. I can't do complete unboxings because I let the residents unbox them. And even though I could do a video with them, they've all done releases. If they don't choose to be on video, they have that in writing, and we know that too. So I could just, you know, not include somebody, but I want to respect their privacy. And, you know, I just don't want them to ever feel taken advantage of in any way. So, you know, opening those boxes, that's something very special for them. And even though we received 4 or 5 boxes now, every time it's just as exciting for them as that very first one that we got from Mrs. Coffee. That, oh, and I almost forgot that night that the one came from Mrs. Coffee, Shanda, and like I said, she had been so generous with us with so many things that we needed from the get-go, but she brought over several paintings for him that night too. So it really was just blessing on top of blessing. So I'm excited to, start to share those things with you. I wish I'd, videoed all of the things we've received. I am going to do a stash video where I'm going to go through the stuff that we have in our stash currently. Now, mind you, a lot of the paintings that we've done, I mean, they're cycling through, and they're cycling through pretty quick. I have probably about 8 diamond painters in the house right now. About in November, I had 11. Some of them have moved on to permanent housing, which is a good thing. But, they can still come back. They know that. And if they wanted to come back and get a diamond painting, I would definitely give them one. So I think probably in the last month, I've probably gone through at least 20 to 25 paintings. And they give them as gifts, or they use them for decor in their rooms or their new houses that they're going into, their new apartments. They do all kinds of things. Sometimes they donate them back to the house here. So all kinds of incredible things get done with those projects. So they just keep on, blessing. But unfortunately, like I said, I really agonized over whether or not I should do these videos. I did contact several of the creators and supporters and people who had blessed us and been so generous to us, and asked if they would mind if I, shared their names, and they said they didn't. I think I've decided to share, just first names, other than, some people that have, done things for us are very well known in the community. So like I said, with a few people I reached out and said, is it okay if I talk about what you did for us? And everybody said it was fine. I think what I will do, though, is I am going to give just first names and last initials when I give shout outs to the people that bless us the way these people have blessed us, because I just want to acknowledge it. So I'm going to do a stash video and show you what we've got currently. We have a lot. We're extremely lucky. We should be good for quite some time. So be looking forward to one of those videos real soon. And we did just receive, right before Christmas, a very large box that had a lot of incredible things in it. So you'll be getting a video that's going to be a supporter video, supporter mail video up really soon. So that's what I've been thinking, and that's kind of where I'm at with all of this. And I am just beyond grateful. And I just want to encourage everybody that not everybody is going to be able to send a painting or give a painting to someone. But words of encouragement, comments on videos for creators like mine, or, there's just so many ways that we can give back. And I just love it when I see on Facebook and hear about in videos where people are finding ways to do that. And I know that so much more of it than we even probably know goes on in this community. And, I think we just everybody can do something, whether it's just a kind word, a note of encouragement, a small donation to some place that you support. something. We can all do a little bit somewhere to make this world a better place. And as for me, I'm blessed to be able to be somebody that gets to help and give back. And at the same time, you know, because of the line of work that I'm in all three of my jobs, I get paid to do it, which seems really kind of odd, but that's where I just have to find my ways to do that little extra, like the diamond painting with Karen program. So that's pretty much it. That's kind of what's going on. I just wanted to give you guys the skinny and the lowdown. I'm going to pause this video and I will be back in just a few moments. Won't even seem like it's been a moment to all of you, but what I've done is I've prepared a list of all the names of the people that have blessed us in 2019, and I want to read that list and share that with all of you. And then going forward, I will share our supporter mail with you guys on a regular basis, because I know a lot of you watch my channel because you like to hear about, you know, what's going on with the residents. And I think in some ways this is as much their channel as it is mine. So again, I just want to thank you for watching and all the positive things that you guys have said to me this year. That, you know, it's that kind of stuff that keeps me going and keeps me having the energy and the gumption to just get up and go out and diamond paint with them and spend some time, you know, on a daily basis. Not on a daily basis, because I don't do it on a daily basis, but every time I do, there's a little bit of all of you going with me. Just know that. And I wish all of you were in the area and could drop by the shelter, because we do, you know, have volunteers that come here for all kinds of reasons. I wish there were some way it was possible for each and every one of you to come over here and put down at least 2 or 3 drills on this path project, and, you know, just get to experience that with us. If any of you are ever in the area, hit me up, because I can make it happen. We'd love to have you come over. Love to have you take a tour of the shelter and, you know, drop some drills, hopefully on this canvas and not on the floor. But if you were like me, you'd probably do a little of both. So hang tight. I gotta go grab my list, and I've got some people I want to thank. So we're back, and I am ready. Leave it to me to leave the list in my room. Like I said, I'm filming in a different location. Wish I could film here all the time. That's kind of a good view there, but hopefully the lighting's okay. But I did leave the list in my room, so leave it to me. I had to go grab it, but I did. So I just want to give a huge thank you to, as I've already mentioned, Shanda Seeley, for everything she's done for the residents. And Shanda, we love you. We just could never express to you how much your love and support and wisdom and everything has meant to us. To Melanie Lowry, she sent us a diamond painting tray organizer, which we use when we're all out there painting together to help keep Miss Karen organized, so that I can hand people the colors they need really, really quickly. Something we couldn't do without. Mrs. Crochet and Coffee, for having the wonderful idea to send us some things that were just made us just feel over the moon. We were so grateful to get those paintings. The residents are still working on some of them, still enjoying them. So I'm sure that you will see photos and lots of great stuff with that coming up. And say thank you to little Maggie too for helping choose which paintings the residents were going to get to work on. Then Diane R. and her wonderful mom. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what mom's name is, but Diane is a subscriber on my channel, and she has sent us paintings, and her mom has sent us accessories, and I think Diane is in the process of getting ready to send us a second box, and she's encouraged me and said wonderful things, and we've gotten to know each other a little bit because of this project, and I'm just so grateful for everything she's done, and also to have her as a part of my life. Angela C. Sent us some wonderful things. We received some things that we needed from Yolanda. Thank you so much, Yolanda. Elizabeth Johnson sent us an amazing box that we received right before Christmas, and it was just a wonderful part of the residents' holiday. And actually, it's that box that Elizabeth J. sent to us that you will be seeing a supporter mail video coming out on real soon, because as soon as I turn this video off, I have to make that video off, or get that video recorded, because the residents have already claimed some things out of that box, and believe me, they're very anxious to get them, so I got to get that video up, so you'll be seeing that one real soon. And then finally, just to all of you who have, posted comments and encouraged me on a personal level, you'll never know how much that does to help keep me going in, just keeping this entire project going with the residents here. It just helps me more than you can ever know. And really, that's all I need from anybody is just, leave a positive comment. If you're positive, we all know my videos are kind of like the amateur hour, but it's Miss Karen. What are you gonna do? She's trying. I'm still practicing. I'm still learning. But you're just leave me a positive comment, or anything like that. I've received shout outs from probably more channels than I even know. I know that I've received shout outs from Jeremy Fryrear and from Rachel Ray and the Crafty Heifer. Hi, Marissa. That kind of support really helps keep me encouraged too. So I just want to thank everybody for everything that they've done for the residents and I in 2019. Be watching for bigger and better things to be coming from me and the residents in 2020. Hopefully finishing this painting. And hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit better about keeping things updated on our Facebook page, as well as some of the other Facebook pages that I'm involved in. If you want to come join our Facebook page, I do put up some extra update photos, some photos of the residents' finishes and works in progress, and fun little things like photos of the dove that moved into my back porch and had babies last year, just stuff like that. But you can find that we're the Diamond Painting Path Project on Facebook, and it's a real small page, but we would love to have you come join us. And nobody ever posts anything on there but me, but please feel free. Show us what you're doing too. The residents would love to see that as well. So that's pretty much it for this video again. This time, you guys, thank you again. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for your support. If you're not already a subscriber, would love to have you subscribe. If you're a regular here, thanks so much for stopping back by. And that's it. I'll see you guys real soon. And in 2020, we'll keep changing lives one drill at a time, and we're all doing it together. So thanks for your support.